Alright, hey you guys, it's TsubakiSwagg and I'm coming to you with my review of Akame Got Killed episode 14, Kill the Giant Danger Beast. Okay. So of course in the last episode we saw that Esdeath finally found Tatsumi again. Like it was you're almost more likely to win the lottery than it would have been for Esdeath to be flying over the exact spot that Tatsumi was standing at by himself when she sees him. So Esdeath finds Tatsumi, and Tatsumi freaks out a little bit because he's like, wait a minute. Oh, he was pretty much like, I wasn't ready. Why is she here? How in the world did she find me? But we see, like, Esdeath took out all of the danger beasts that were attacking, and then the hooded villain shows himself, and he pretty much teleports them to a desert island. And from what I've been told, this villain is probably going to be the most hated villain on the show. Like, he is just, from what I could tell after he punched that chick in the stomach when she was talking about his uncle, I can tell I'm already not going to like him, because that was pretty fucked up. But, okay, Tatsumi and Esdeath, he was like, we find out that all of those danger beasts were Dr. Stylish's creations, and he was the one who let them out. So, he sent them to a desert island where there are two huge danger beasts, and they were pretty much constructed, well, one of them was pretty much constructed the same way that Dr. Stylish's last transformation was. And Esdeath was trying to be all cool and show off for Tatsumi, and Tatsumi just went in and did the killing blow to the midpoint of its forehead. So that one was taken out, and then after all of their epicness, another one came up, and Esdeath used this huge, like, ice ball and pretty much crushed it. So Esdeath is pretty fucking awesome. Even Tatsumi says she's on a completely different level than anybody else in Night Raid. So how in the world is Akame going to kill her? But after all that, they are, like, on the beach. Esdeath pretty much, like, takes care of Tatsumi while they're on the beach. Like, she's helping him. They're exploring, trying to figure out where they are, trying to get a better grasp of their surroundings. And they show, like, little scenes of them doing stuff and Tatsumi acting like a dumbass. And then after all of that, it's dark outside, and Tatsumi's like, it's getting dark, and Esdeath tried to make a move on him. Tatsumi freaked out. Esdeath put Tatsumi in her boobies, and then he fell back, and they started talking, and he pretty much told her, like, she asked him about his story, and he told her, like, she asked him how he learned how to wield a sword, how he learned how to craft weapons, and Tatsumi told her that he was taught by a man who was a retired military that just so happened to live in his village. And he was also a master of martial arts. So that was how he learned how to fight and how to build weapons and all that good stuff. And Esdeath said that he is really skilled because he can do all those different things. And Tatsumi was like, well, you can practically do anything. But Esdeath was like, she pretty much, like, when Nian, I can't remember what his name is, the cat dude. When he was playing his flute for her, she really didn't understand what was good or bad about it. Like, she really doesn't understand, like, the fine arts. So Tatsumi saw this as an opportunity to pretty much get inside Esdeath's head, maybe try to convince her to be on their side, because it would be way easier for her to be a ally than for her to turn out to be an enemy. So Tatsumi was like, maybe this is my opportunity that I can bring her over to our side. And after she told him her story, like how she grew up in a village where she was the chief's daughter and they all hunted danger beasts, and pretty much her whole village got wiped out by a northern tribe, and she was pretty much left by herself. And then after she fought by herself for a while, she ran out of hunt, so she went to join the military in the capital. And this was when she got her Imperial Arms, and her Imperial Arms is actually the emblem that's in the middle of her chest. And she pretty much had to drink the Danger Beast's blood to get the ice pretty much the ice equipped. And most people who did it, well, everybody else who tried to do it before her went insane. And after she drank it, she heard all these like horrible, evil urges talking to her, yelling at her, telling her to do all these things. And she was like, I understand why all these people went insane, but she is in control, and Esdeath is very controlling. I can picture Esdeath being like a dominatrix, but maybe that's just me. But after all of that, she got her imperial arms, and then that Tatsumi asked her, he was like, so this is where you get all, like, this is where you like torturing people from. And she was like, no, I like doing that before this even happened. So Tatsumi realizes at this point that he is not going to be able to convince Esdeath to join their side. He's not going to be able to change her way of thinking, because it is so deep rooted into her mind that he's not going to be able to do anything. So Tatsumi, well, they were about to figure out a way to get off the island. A flying manta ray just so happened to cross over their heads, and Esdeath went to go after it. Tatsumi was sitting on the ground, and the portal opened back up because they saw the portal earlier. That was the portal that they came through. So they said that maybe if they wait long enough, the portal will open, and this was when they showed the unmasked man. I don't even know if they said his name. If they did, put it down below, because I really don't remember. But they showed the unmasked man. He punched a girl in the stomach because he was talking about his uncle, well, his dad or whatever. And then the portal opens, and Tatsumi was like, Esdeath, well, Esdeath has been protecting me all this time, so I'm going to do her solid and tell her about the portal. So Tatsumi called her, and then he walked through the portal. And as Esdeath went through it, she realized that they were back at the spot that they originally were teleported from. But Tatsumi was using his Incrucio to hide himself, so that way Esdeath wouldn't be able to find him. So, like, Esdeath was talking, she was like, well, were you able to get away that fast? Again, blah, blah, blah. And Tatsumi was sitting behind a rock listening to her talk to herself, which sounds bad the way I said it. But he was listening to her talk, and pretty much she was like, well, this is the second time you run away, so I know we'll see each other again. And pretty much had the same feeling. So we know that they're going to see each other again, and it's going to be as enemies. So this episode is actually pretty awesome, and I'm glad they finally put a face to the evilness that I've heard about. But as always, I would love to hear how you guys felt about this episode. I thought this episode was pretty epic, and I'm looking forward to seeing Tatsumi and Esdeath go up against each other. But as always, please remember to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. It helps me out a whole lot. And this is TsubakiSwagg saying adios.